Greetings all, Fanny here for Aries' daily oracle message. Aries, the first card that came out for you is goal setting. Now, this is one of the most important things that you can do, so you have a structure and a rubric to be working on. Because not everyone can just go aimlessly day to day, moment to moment, following their whims and wills. But also not everyone can follow a strict, rigorous schedule. I've tried to do that myself many times, making an agenda saying like, okay, between this time and this time, I will do this. Between this time and this time, I will do this. And I couldn't do that. What I have found that has worked is, just give you a little hint, peek, like I have this wall of sticky notes and I have tasks that I need to do written down on them. I have little notes that I need to be aware of, reminders, like analytical stuff. And I have found that that helps me a lot. So I set it up in my workstation here in the corner of my bedroom, and I just have the wall of sticky notes, and because I see it every day, it's helping me keep track of what I need to do, what I have already done. And so for goal setting, it might be easier for you to do something like that. Not everything will work for everyone. And that's what the beautiful thing about this world is that people are different. People work differently. People think differently. And we can learn different things from each other to like figure out what really works for us. It's not a one-size-fits-all mentality. I hate that mentality. You have decluttering that came up. This is also like, I love when this card comes up because it is a great sign that you are reorienting your life into the next phase, into the next adventure, and you're decluttering everything that does not need to come with you. And like I've gone through periods of decluttering where I get rid of things that I've had for a very long time that I've had sentimental value to, but I realized that I was attached to the ego that I was in that situation, and I'm not that person anymore. So eventually I would get rid of them. Like when I was a teenager, I was obsessed with a little pop figure. It's actually, come here. This is still my first one because it's Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon. And I love that series. It was a gift from my brother. But I had like the entire Avengers cast, Walking Dead, Game of Thrones. And eventually I weeded those things out of my life because I didn't need all of those material things to give me identity. And that's what I was doing. I was seeking identity and a label and value from the material things that I had around me. And this doesn't mean that I don't enjoy material things, that I don't enjoy my setup and the things that I have. It just means that I'm not so reliant on those things to give me a sense of value or a sense of personality. I'm able to figure out who I am outside of those things and bring in new things as my style and myself changes and grows. So decluttering is really necessary at multiple points in your life. You might just feel a whim one day, just like, you know what, I'm just going to throw away everything. But you also have to make sure that you're not doing so because you just need air, you need space. Because we also have confessions, and like, look at how laid up she is. She is like exhausted from carrying all of this inside of her, not saying something. So what do you need to say right now, Aries? What needs to come out of you? And you might find that when you are decluttering, when you are goal setting, when you are reorienting and refocusing yourself on the next phase of your life. But I don't think that you're going to have a very hard time. Yeah. You have murky waters, this ship has sailed, and hope on the horizon. Murky waters is certainly in reference to how you might be unaware or unclear what you need to be working on right now. And I mean, I get that. Everyone goes through times where they're like, what am I doing with my life? But that's why you need to be goal setting, so that you can steer yourself out of those murky waters. Decluttering and the ship has sailed certainly go together, because these are two cards that are mentioning releasing that which is no longer serving you and allowing people and things to move on. And I like that confessions has come with hope on the horizon, because this is a beautiful affirmation that stars will fall upon you. The sun will rise again, and you will be okay through everything that you're going through. I don't believe that this is a dark night of the soul. It might be for some, but it is certainly a pivoting point. My mom was just saying this the other day, like the entire year, she had Ross from Friends in her head screaming, "Pivot! Pivot!" And maybe this is your pivot moment. Hopefully it's not getting a couch stuck up the stairs because you don't understand physics. But you are shifting and changing into the next phase of your life. And I think that's amazing because see how she is, the anchor is not weighing her down. It's completely weightless. Everything that has been holding you back is being released, being burst forth from you when you confess what needs to be said, when you remove what is no longer serving you, and you put your eye on the horizon of your new goals and your new achievements. So Aries, this is a wonderful message for you. I hope you have a beautiful day and have a lovely weekend.